Hi, and I'm Sky, and I'm here to do the tarot forecast for the week of the 8th to the 14th of March 2021. So let's see what the cards want to share with us this week. Well, this is an ideal time for new projects. It's also a time of good luck, happiness, and a time to reach your goals. So this is a really successful time right now. And where relationships are concerned, it could be opening up of new relationships. It can also be putting a lot of energy into family and home and making things, go smoothly. This is a family time. It's also a time for opening up your heart, and communication on that level will be really, really important. It's a time also to do what you love necessarily than what you need to do, even though we always have to do what we need to do. But relaxation will be really important, and you could even do a little bit of zoning out and kind of doing some fun things, or just not really doing anything else. But self-care, self-confidence, and self-worth is a huge part of this week. Relationships are very dreamy right now, and there's a lot of really positive stuff and a lot of really nice romantic things that are going into our relationships right now. It's about healing, and it's about coming together on a higher level of understanding and sharing. But if you're in a relationship that is no longer working for you, and you know that, and you've stayed in it anyway, there could be, repercussions for that this week. Things may come to a head verbally. So the energies are going really positive towards relationships, families, comfortability. But if you're doing things that are really, you really know in your heart of hearts that you should have let go and you haven't, then that could be problematic for you this week. It's about holding on to old notions, old ideas, things that can be disruptive for us. And, if something's not in a healing mode, it's in a destructive mode, then it will come to the forefront and we're going to have to deal with it. Self-confidence and goals are really important this week. And it's saying we're going to have some motivated, new energy that comes forward. And it's a good time to sort out complex, deep problems. It's saying that, the communication and everything that's going in a really positive way is a time that you can go deep. So anything that's problematic for you right now, it's time for you to maybe bring that up and to be able to sort that out. It would be a good week to do that. So let's see what the cards have to say. Now, a card did fall out of my deck here. Fell on the floor, and so I'm going to bring it up, and that was the card that fell out, and it was the Star. And this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. The Star is number 17 in the major arcana. 1 and 7 is 8 is the number of completion. That beautiful star there is with those other stars in the sky. That's 8 stars in the sky. And the alchemist of the night, she has the 2 cups of alchemy, and she's pouring away with one foot in the water, kind of like the Temperance card, but this is at night. When kneel on the earth, and she's kneeling on the earth, and she's got the 2 cups, and she's pouring away what's no longer needed into that pond there, and those ripple effects are going out. So if you're holding on to things that you need to release and let go of, that are disruptive to your soul, it's saying you need to let them go so that karma can take its course. That'll also come with resentments and things that, if you're harboring grudges or anything like that. This is not a time of payback. This is a time of letting things go so that the universe can take care of everything. So let me see on that note what the other cards are for this week. Now we're going through all these different cycle changes, and, I love that as we're coming out of one cycle and going into another. So we've got the Star card like we started with here, and that's taking us straight into the World card. And so the World card is the ending and beginning of cycles. And I think we're really feeling that shift. That really did start on the 21st of December, going into, that conjunction with Jupiter and Saturn. But they are traveling together through Aquarius for the next year. So that air sign communication is going to be really important all year long. Going out of a cycle and going into a new cycle, sometimes when we're holding on to old notions or ideas, We can't open doorways for new things to come to us. So we get stuck. And if you're feeling a little stuck right now, it's saying, look at the things that you need to let go of, because this is beautiful. She dances the dance of life through this beautiful wreath of flowers there, because she's going on to a new experience, onto a new world. And we love that. Another major arcana card that came up, which is the Justice card. So what's interesting is that the Justice is balance on balance. It can be connected to legal paperwork. It can be connected to, contracts and things like that. But it can also be connected to real, the perfect balance, She holds the scales of justice and the sword of truth. This is speaking our own truth and finding that really ultimate balance within ourselves. It's about, knowing, doing right and wrong, knowing when we put our head on the pillow, are we making the right choices for the right day? Are we doing are we doing what we really know, what's coming from the heart? So this is about being truthful to yourself and, putting that into action. Also, this could come up with signing a paper though, but because this is going into a new cycle, it's, it's not necessarily telling me that this is a negative thing. It's just telling me that there's going to be changes to do with balance, with change and growth. The Queen of Swords comes up here. She's the Queen of Air. So she symbolizes, in astrology, she symbolizes Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. But every female is in every queen. And from a masculine point of view, the queens rule that realm also. They're nurturers. But she is the element of air, so she's the mind and she's the spoken word. So this is communication. And this is communication on a feminine. So it's basically about, she's saying, making new choices as well. Speaking to oneself about self-care and self-worth. We like that. Ace of Pentacles. We always love the Ace of Pentacles. Aces are always new beginnings. This is the element of earth in its purest form. So this is, our stability of our finances, our work life, our home life, anything that is manifesting. So this is a time for really, being goal orientated and really putting out there. I made a sweeping statement about, what we need in 2021. If we ask for, we can manifest it. As long as we're willing to do, the letting go of the things that are not settling with us, so that we could be the best that we can be. And this is about us being secure and safe and in harmony, and this nice solid foundation of that beautiful golden coin. The earth is connected, like I said, to our finances, but it's also connected to our physical body. So this is also a new start for us to look at on a physical and a healing and a health point of view. Also, we love that. Don't get overwhelmed. It's saying there's your king of cups here. He is the father, the son, the husband, the boyfriend that everybody loves. He is the nurturing, loving king, surrounded by the water. And, it's about feeling that nurturing, taking care of those around us. We do not have to carry all those sticks. We can delegate the sticks. It's saying don't become overwhelmed. If you do so, you're choosing to do so yourself. It's saying know that you're safe. Know that he brings such a calm and love to the table, and he's got your back and he's got your emotional back, and he's got your heart. So he's saying, I'll take care of you, and I will nurture you. Don't take all those things on that are going to, burden you, because it says we can delegate. We can ask people to help us with that. We're also defending our right. He stands on top of the hill here, and all these other wands are up here, and he's got all this beautiful growth. So he's saying, I'm in a great position here. It's saying that I'm in a position where I'm carrying my own ground, and I'm defending my right to be. I'm defending who I am, and this is how I need to be. And it's saying, I've put myself on top of this hill for a reason. So this is about you, really choosing to be, your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and put yourself on top of that hill, and it's saying, learn from your growth. It's okay. We can let go of some of the things that have happened in the past. You know, we can't keep beating ourselves up for things that didn't go, you know, right. It's saying that we've got to be able to be kind to ourselves too, so that we can heal and we can move through that. You know, this is the future and our ships are coming in. You know, this was when he's looking out there. These were the merchant ships. And it's about, you know, these were what was bringing in the booty and the goodies, you know, from overseas. But this is basically looking at all that beautiful growth around those wands there with these gorgeous quartzes on the top, as saying, you know, my ships are coming in. You know, this is a beautiful creative time to create passionate new energy. What are we passionate about? Who are we passionate about? You know, it's about love, excitement. This is also a very, you know, creative, you know, he comes in on his charging horse and he's, you know, he's got his wand and it's like this fire and this beautiful energy, but it's also very much connected to what it is that we're creating here. And, you know, that being fair and sharing and being balanced. So, you know, like I said, in relationships, you know, it's about the sharing. It's about equal. You know, sometimes it can't always be 50-50. Sometimes it has to be 60-40 or 70-30, but it should swing back around. It's about fairness in our relationships, you know, and because we had that card of justice here, you'll notice that he also carries the scales of justice there in his hand, like she does. So this is making sure that we don't give to the detriment of, but we're also, you know, being able to accept this beautiful nurturing energy that's available to us right now. So just going to finish up this reading with a few more cards here, and I'm going to take it out with these two. So we've got, basically, he's the King of Swords and he's the King of Air. So he would be in connection, like I said, to Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. But again, he's the thinking king. So he's in every man. You know, he's a decision maker. And he's also about fairness and truth. And this is where that relationship card is. You know, she balances the moon, which is her energy, and he balances the sun. And the two of them together make the healing and the magic of the union to bring the third entity in. And so they heal together. So this is about healthy relationships, recognizing those parts of us that are not being taken care of, that we're not taking care of, by allowing other people not to share with us, or putting boundaries on things that are not working for us. But it's also about self-care. We can't be in this place of the third entity unless we're willing to take care of our own stuff. So this is going to be a beautiful week for healing, bringing together families, bringing together relationships. But remember, self-awareness, use your intuition, and use that when your energy comes, that it all comes from the heart. And anything that we're holding on to that we really need to do an inventory on, a why, and we're not willing to let go of, could come up for us this week. So be good to yourself, be kind, and this should be a beautiful week from the 8th to the 14th of March, 2021. Namaste.